What's up, everybody? We're back here again. Billy here at Action Figures on YouTube. Got my buddy Mike with me, Turning Royalty. We've got a lot to go over. I guess it's a lot, Mike. What do you think?
It's enough to make a video, right?
Yeah, right. Mike's. If Mike looks a little tired, it's because he's been on the ground, boots on the ground,
some circles today.
You name it, man. SDCC was crazy. I know you were everywhere. We didn't get a chance to connect. We were supposed to get up when you were doing that.
Yeah.
And then I know you're doing for those who do not know, Mike is putting together, along with Mega J Retro, trying to get together a new Motu themed convention.
Bringing it back to California.
I'm a small part of the team, so make sure you come here for updates and check out my social and all that stuff. We'll be having interviews and doing different things. But Mike has been working with several folks to get that in the works. And right now it's still kind of in the early infant stages, but
yes,
it's looking pretty good, man, from what I've seen.
It's got a lot of support, which is what's been best is, right. When Mega J and I came out about a couple weeks ago talking about it and asking for help, the response has been overwhelming. So it's really cool to see that response from the community. And we're very infant stages. We're just pretty much narrowing down venues at the moment.
Yeah, well, there are definitely there are several folks who are involved. So for those, eventually, I guess we'll get out there with like who's got what socials and who's doing what. But you can come check out. Mike and I will be doing interviews regularly, and then have updates when you have them, obviously. And then on social media at Thunder Punch He-Man on Instagram, Eternium Royalty, Mega J Retro, all the socials, you'll be able to catch all the info. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because that's very exciting. And I know you're really excited about the Snake Layer. Barely funding, which is kind of I didn't think it was going to fund. I know that's a huge shift from excitement to it's still exciting. I mean, it funded for those who wanted it.
When it was that close, and I think there was a couple weeks left in it, or like a week left, and it was
like
less than 100 away. I'm like, okay, I felt comfortable. I knew it was gonna fund. The stretch goal, though, I was like, there's no way. Yeah. And some people, they full faith. They're like, no way. Wait till the last day. You'll see a big spike. But yeah, sadly, we didn't see that big spike like we were hoping.
Yeah, I have it up. I'll pull it up here in a second, but it hit 109%, so it just went over its funding requirement. Yeah, by 576 backers. So
it's not bad.
Yeah, I'll say this, for a play set that not many were probably nostalgic for, or like really aware of or into, asking 6,000 people to put up $300. Plus, what was you had shipping and tax, right? Was that included? Because I didn't.
The shipping, surprisingly, I don't think was very much, because it came down to about $325 after tax and everything, which I was like, oh, that's it. But again, that's it's a lot for a play set for sure.
Yeah.
But the video that Mattel did, seeing it in person, honestly, is what did it for me. Seeing it at Comic-Con, I don't know. It's like when you go into the toy store and you're actually holding the thing in your hand, right? It's so different than if you just shop online and see something online.
What you did,
kind of fell in love with it there.
On your YouTube
what was
channel,
that?
Right? You have a video up on your YouTube channel.
I do have a video on my YouTube and my Instagram, both. Luckily, I have a very lovely wife that filmed my YouTube as I was going Instagram Live. So the Instagram Live is on my Instagram, obviously. And then the video that I had my wife shoot became my YouTube video. So I have coverage of both.
All right. And you were able to get up pretty good close pictures and show it off. And
I was front and center. I was front and center, man. I made sure I was front and center.
Yeah. But you're satisfied with the size of it and the accessories and all that for the money, or do you think you you just purchased it because you're trying to be a completist? Let me ask you that.
Probably a little bit of both. I do like the design now. I think that kind of complements what Axel originally, when he drew that stuff and the concept art.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good depiction of what it looked like. Whereas last year's just looked like a hot mess. That would have been me buying specifically to be a completist, because I did not like that playset. If I'm 100% honest, I wasn't satisfied with it. Even though it was bigger, it just seemed like a bigger hot mess. So,
because it had 3 sides last year, didn't it? Didn't it have a third?
It had 4, yeah, 2 folded in, and then it folded in again in the center.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like the little what is that thing called, man? Where you put the figure inside with the spikes and all. What's that?
Oh, the Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Very happy they kept that.
Yeah, I like they kept that. The early backer thing. Did they decide, like with King Grayskull, did they decide to give everybody that, or did they keep it for the early backers only?
No, I would hope they learned from their lesson, and there was a lot of people asking for it, like, oh, give Lady Slither to all, that way we can get Pythonus, but it's like, yeah. Mattel got some pretty bad backlash from doing that with Eternia. And you got to stick to your word. If you're making her an early backer, like, I'm sorry, to those that can't afford to pay at that time, it's a bummer. I mean, I was hoping for a payment plan, and then I found out payment plans weren't going to be available until after it funded, and that was after the fact of the early backer time frame. So I was stuck putting it on a card and having to look into payment options, redo my payment options later, basically, is what I did.
They wanted to get all the money up front they could for.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to make sure that once it funded, like, okay, we got the money.
Honest though, man, that one right there. That's a.
He's a cool figure. Again, like, I wasn't really familiar with him very much. I'm pretty sure, I knew he was a classics figure, but I don't really know his lore very well. So seeing him he's cool. I would have loved to have him as a figure. I hope now that we didn't get him and Keklar, maybe
Keklar.
We'll do a 2-pack or something, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool, like a Creations 2-pack exclusive of missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't back it. I just don't have any more room for play sets. I do if it's a vintage style play set, something from vintage, if it's something I want, but I don't have any ties to this. At one point I was like you, I was going to be a completionist with that line. It's just so deep, and like, look right now, like at the 80th anniversary, my 2-pack got canceled.
Yeah.
And I did 4 separate orders because I had coupons. Like, they sent me if you spend like 50, you get $15 off, or 25, or whatever it was, So I went in and bought one, and I bought these before they showed off the artwork. So I was excited, as I knew what it was going to be, a 2-pack. I just didn't know of like what it was going to look like.
Right.
And then when Roy showed off the packaging, I went back in. I was like, I'll get one more real quick, and then they were gone just like that after the packaging got shown off.
Yep.
You're still hanging on to yours.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I've moved mine out. I agreed to everything. They said that they couldn't fulfill my order or something. I didn't get a message that I didn't extend it. I just got messages saying didn't have stock or couldn't be fulfilled. It was some generic, message.
Yeah, for some reason they just keep saying, "Oh, it's delayed. It's delayed," and I go in as soon as I get that email, like literally within minutes, because I do have on Target, I marked them as starred or important, right, on my phone. Those ones actually I get notifications for when those come through. And yeah, I basically within minutes I'm like approve, and
Yeah, I did that 3 or 4 times.
yeah,
Each time
I've
they've done it, I've
done
done
it
it
like
for each order.
6 times now. I want to
Yeah,
say
exactly.
it's
So
crazy.
I heard a lot showed up in Canada. I don't know how true that is. I haven't seen any pictures. I heard Walmart received a lot.
Yeah, people
So
overseas already got them in hand. Yeah,
yeah, they already have them. They've had them for a while. So, one of those things. It's again, that's why I kind of cut down on trying to chase stuff because I'm not paying $200 for that item.
right.
Once you pay taxes and shipping and tariffs and whatever you got to pay now, like some companies aren't
Seriously,
smaller. Like
it's
even
getting out of
some companies
control.
aren't shipping from overseas. They're not even shipping USPS or
Yeah,
DHL for small package stuff anymore. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just not paying exuberant prices for. I already have plenty of. I have plenty of them. I've got 10 or 15 of each one of them. I mean, I really don't need it, but it was cool to have the packaging.
the packaging is beautiful, man. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give it that. It's really cool. The fold open, the 2 separate card backs look really, really amazing. They did a great job on that.
Did you see the story I shared on Instagram, vintage.de? He made the figures look more vintage
I
style.
did see that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
took some rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover or
Nail
something,
polish.
right?
He took
And
off like the bracer colors and
took
stuff like
off the
that.
bracers,
Yeah, it looks good.
took off the extra paint on Skeletor's armor. It looks good.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll mess with it if I get one, but I mean,
Hey,
leave it
I'm gonna
back.
really quick, Billy. Are you hearing my fan? Like I see when my fan turns, you're getting a little.
All right. Well, I stopped the video because I thought Mike was going to walk way far away. But
It's like right
he
there.
leaned over and just hit a button.
Yeah,
But anyway, so
like
yeah, man.
it's
So
right there.
how was Comic Con? Like we didn't get a chance to talk. I know we're a little
I know,
behind.
right?
Like, man, we've moved on from
Couple
Comic Con already.
Comic Con. That was 2 months ago.
We haven't had a chance to really discuss.
Comic Con was amazing, man. I love going every year. The thing I would say though is I was slightly disappointed with the movie presence. It was really cool seeing the Power Sword. It was really cool seeing the Havoc staff.
Right.
But outside of that, the little teaser of the Eternian language was underwhelming, to say the least. I was hoping for maybe a teaser trailer. Maybe, CinemaCon apparently got all this. They showed costumes and apparently they showed Battle Cat and some other CGI characters. I thought for sure they were going to come with what they showed at CinemaCon to San Diego Comic Con, and nothing.
Yeah, that make much sense, especially because the movie comes out before the next Comic Con.
Yeah,
It's supposed
exactly.
to, like June 2nd
So
or whatever.
I'm curious to know maybe New York Comic Con, which I think is October. Maybe they'll have a presence at New York Comic Con.
Well, maybe they'll do. You know how they're doing this whole thing now with creations on their YouTube website and their YouTube page, I should say. Maybe they'll have their own, like, launch and announcement and show off their own stuff, and not worry about paying a venue to host their.
Possibly.
I mean, we've gotten some the stuff for like Eternia, and then for they have their little get-togethers and show off the figures and what's coming. So
Yeah, but I mean, when you're dealing with Amazon, MGM, not just Mattel, right? So I would think these big studios would want a big presence, not just like a Mattel Creations live stream or something like that,
I'm thinking, man, I have Amazon Prime. There's some things that I watch. I don't get updates like that for what's. I mean, I go on there and see new release or what's been. I don't really see a lot of advertisements for
Right.
Amazon Prime of like what's coming out. Do you get that? I mean, I usually don't see.
No, not that I can think of. It's more
I don't know
what's available to
That's what I'm
watch
saying.
on there at the moment as opposed to
Right.
upcoming.
It might be more up to the Mattel staff to put on something if they want it to be successful. Because maybe Amazon's like, look, we'll host it, we'll do our thing, but we don't. If it doesn't do well, you won't get another one. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their thought process is, but
Right.
I don't know how much what was the budget, do you know?
200, like $250,000, something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 200 mil. Or
All I
sorry,
saw was
sorry,
running in the
not quarter
streets.
million, quarter billion,
Yeah,
200 million, something like that.
yeah, all I saw was running in the streets and around like New York City. I know we talked about the buildings, the show buildings, and the
Well,
different
yeah,
things.
apparently the sets for Eternia were supposed to be these epic sets that are massive and they're big sound stages. So most of the film hopefully takes place on Eternia, and they're inside these sound stages as opposed to out in the streets and such. So that's why we only saw that snippet of it.
Yeah, we'll see. I think, you know, right now, this may be the biggest year from O2 if you look at everything that's going on. I mean, I know obviously since 2020 we've been running with Origins, or 2019 the 2-pack if you want to go back that far. But you have these larger play sets coming, like you have the Snake Lair, you've got the Fright Zone. Eternia was not too far long, ago released.
Right.
You've got another Castle Grayskull coming, the Mark Taylor inspired, with the old school picture that we saw, the paper mat and all. The movie's coming. Hopefully, a new convention will be rolling around.
I think, that's why Mega J and I wanted to do this con. It's as far as the public eye and everyone seeing it obviously when we're in it, right, as collectors, we're seeing it a lot more than just the general public.
Correct.
But now we have a new video game coming, a new card game coming, a digital card game coming. There's commercials. Bosch had a commercial where the guy did He-Man stuff. So it's being shown in the general public way more than ever before, since probably in the 80s. So again, this is like its second giant wave. And I think that's the thing, is Jay and I want to capitalize on that. We want to celebrate it. And it's not that we're, with this con, we're not trying to like make money, right? We just want to have a place where everyone can come together and celebrate this resurgence of Masters of the Universe. And, it's probably going to start off small. We're, again, we're looking probably at crowdfunding is the way we're going to do it. TBD on
to be determined
how we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
but
no rush to get into that right now. But,
yeah, right. Again, it's just
it's a rush, but it's not a rush. It's
we want to have the timing right with the movie, right? So we're trying to get this con together, hopefully by May at the latest. Mm-hmm. That way we can celebrate it. A few weeks later, we're all going to watch the movie, and we're up in arms. Either you love it or you hate it, I'm sure. But
it's going to be definitely love it or hate it. I don't think there'll be many in-betweeners on that. There may be a few like, it was okay, it was good, or I enjoyed this, or I enjoy, I think it's going to be either full on, that was the greatest He-Man movie ever, or it's going to be like, why did they do that?
Yeah. I'm sure I'll have some nitpicks with it, but I don't know. I have to maintain optimism. It's the first movie in nearly 40 years, right? It's like it'll be 39 years when the movie releases.
Yeah, and that movie, let's be honest, it takes a certain person to understand with Stout, the work and the difference.
As a kid, I don't say I hate that movie, but I was not a fan of that movie as a kid.
Because you weren't used to, like, what were we watching?
Yeah, I'm like
when He-Man's on the when he first comes.
Who is Karg? Who is this? It looks like my grandma wearing a fur coat. Like, who is this guy?
He's shooting a gun.
Who's Gwildor? Where's Orko? Who is this guy?
I know they got blasters and all, but I didn't know He-Man would shoot people.
Yeah, right.
Like the stormtrooper looking.
Right? Why are there a bunch of stormtroopers in this? But I mean, now, like, there's this nostalgia with it that
cult classic type style.
Exactly. It's just another presentation of the Motu lore in a sense. It's
Is it
It's got a
canon?
little special spot in my heart.
Dan Larson, is it canon? You know,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, so it's an interesting time right now. You know, if you recall a few years ago, I remember Honda did a commercial with Skeletor,
Yeah, the
and
little
you remember that?
Skeletor
I
toy.
thought I was going to get some stuff going for a movie, but there were talks of a movie then, I believe, with Sony
Oh yeah.
maybe, and they had a script, they had a couple actors, I think, and then they ended up kind of fizzling that out. So this is done though. This is supposedly finished,
If you
and
scroll way back on my Instagram, I want to say it was like 2019, and it said Masters of the Universe coming June, maybe it was July 2021, and I was like, oh my gosh, finally we're getting somewhere. They've made the announcement. There's a date. I'm like, but fool me 3 times, Mattel. Let's see, and then sure enough,
nothing.
nothing. And then there was also, I think, what was it, 2012 or 13? They were planning on when.
It's been a few times, man.
There's definitely been a few times. Yeah, there was what was his name, Ang Lee or whatever, the guy that did incredible, the Hulk, just Hulk, right? He was attached to it. The Nee brothers attached to it.
Yeah, I can't. I know there's been multiple letdowns on getting pumped, and that's nothing. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you're a Batman fan, if you're Thor and the DC universe, that's fine. But how many Spider-Man movies do you need? How many iterations of the movie do you need? I mean, and here's my point to that is you could be reply and say, oh, I need more. I love them. All right, well, you can't do one He-Man movie correctly in the same setting. Like you've got, look at Thor, look at the universe that Thor and all of them are in. You can't do that with Masters of the Universe one
You
time.
easily
Just one.
could.
Thundercats, I mean, any of those things, Silverhawks, you can't integrate all that stuff, and just like I don't understand how one property can get 20 movies, but another property that's sold the most toys ever in the 80s, like broke molds and numbers, can't get a movie with enough people behind it. I just don't.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like when you look back, especially Transformers, because they're one of the closest properties, right? They were a cartoon in the 80s, the toy in the 80s, and how many now iterations of a movie have they gotten? 7 or 8? Or even the Turtles. The Turtles now, too.
Look at G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, that's another one that's, I feel bad for it.
I liked them, but they were not based on any of the cartoon stuff. They were not based on really the way the characters were when the card backs and stuff when we bought. So, and they still got 2 or 3, 4 movies. I don't know, whatever it is up to now.
Well, yeah, that if you want to count that Snake Eyes spin-off, which I heard was absolutely terrible.
I'm just but they sold figures on that. It's G.I. Joe property. How many of those? I mean, you can't do a Motu. I mean, if you can do, I'm G.I. Joe is huge. Don't get me wrong, it's massive, and I love G.I. Joe. But if you can do a G.I. Joe, I think you could do if you have the right director and you have the right funding and you have the right backdrop and CGI and all that stuff. Fine, but not even one. It's mind blowing.
But the great thing is, did you see just recently that playbook that was released, where Mattel was talking about, Masters of the Universe is gonna be, I don't know what that meant by fashion forward or something like that, but it also talked about just video games and like everything. It's gonna be all encompassing, right? So they want to
promote the property as they would as
like they did with Barbie, exactly.
Right.
And Barbie's huge, right?
Oh, it's massive, yeah.
So to get that kind of support from Mattel is great. They said there's gonna be new play sets, there's gonna be new figures, all kinds of cool stuff we're gonna be seeing. And actually, it was really fun. I'm a part of the podcast, The Eternia 4, with the He-Mania.com, AJ, and then Shane from Powerhouse Entertainment, who did Revolution and Revelation. And Shane actually looked up Barbie's timeline. Mm-hmm. There was a teaser trailer during the holidays. An actual trailer, full trailer, came out in, he said it was like late February. and then we saw like actual promotions and stuff like that. Only about a month out, and figures only about a month out from the movie. So my guess is Motu will probably follow that same line, and it will be holiday teaser, maybe a Super Bowl trailer would be pretty cool during the Super Bowl. That would really bring a lot of presence to it, right? Everyone's watching the Super Bowl, and then bam, here's this Motu, you know.
So, anyways, as you were saying, I don't remember what you were saying. I know I locked up and you finished, so we'll just go from there. But
we were talking about timelines of the release. So I was saying it would be amazing to see a Motu trailer during the Super Bowl. That would be really cool to get that big encompassing audience to see that and get the hype behind it.
How much would that cost? That would cost a couple $1 million itself.
Of course it would. Yeah. I still think that Mattel's got the money, man. They're a billion-dollar company, billions of dollar company. They got the money. They also have that Matchbox movie coming out.
If they're willing to go, see, that's a Matchbox. Come on, really? That's my point, man. Come on. This thing better happen, and it better be legit, and it better be on point, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a fun, entertaining movie that can hopefully spark sequels, maybe even spin-offs on Amazon. Like an Amazon series would be amazing. Things cool. Like that.
Like with a badass popcorn bucket.
Well, they already did talk about, that was actually the other thing they mentioned in the playbook, a prequel animated series. Yeah, so that's exciting.
How do you feel about the new 2000X Origins figures using the I guess Thundercats buck and all? Are you excited for that?
Yeah, they're a little bit different than Thundercats. I guess they're the next. I was speaking with Sam, actually, one of the designers at San Diego Comic-Con. He was saying that it's kind of like the next evolution up from the Thundercats. Everything will be to scale, so like obviously Ram Man is going to be huge, and I'm sure everybody's seen pictures by now, right? So Beastman, Roboto.
So you mean, are you telling me these were just one-off molds?
Those are one-off molds. The 2000X will be different molds than those. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you share that already on your YouTube? I didn't hear you.
I think I did.
I don't remember hearing that.
It would have been when I did my walkthrough.
But that changes things, because that means they wasted a lot of money, in my opinion, on that, just for that crossover, because we haven't seen any more figures other than just 2 repaints. I think it's Panthro. And
it's like, give us the mutants, right? Give us the mutants by now.
Something. I don't know, but I mean, when he's like that, now this claw shield doesn't go with him. This goes with the Funko, but he doesn't look too bad. Okay. But the parts, he's a lot skinnier, a lot smaller. The chest is a little different. I did a video like kind of in depth when I went over him from the origins, from the cartoon style, and from this book. So I went over in detail. If you go back and watch that video on my channel, there's a lot of differences. The arms, the legs, the thighs. But I can't believe they only did that just for this run, and they're going to switch already.
Yeah, he said that these are slightly different. They stand a little bit taller. Some of them are a little bit leaner. Obviously, some of them are a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, so maybe some can use some of the parts depending on the size of the figure.
Right.
But he's doing new sculpt pieces for the ones that require, like the clawful or whatever. Like he's huge.
Very, very big. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
But they were cool. I probably won't collect them. I will probably just stick to He-Man and Skeletor unless I see them, at a discounted price or something. I have to stick to the main origins right now, especially with this whole con going on. I'm like very forward with just doing that.
I think Origins is probably going to come to an end, my friend.
Yeah, so. I'm just hoping they can finish this vintage line and
We only need what? Dragster, Too
So
Bad,
Dragster was announced at San Diego Comic-Con. He looked great, by the
Rokon.
way.
Was it
Yeah,
Rokon?
he looked great.
You're missing one. Rokon.
Stonedar. We
Stone
need
Dar.
Stonedar.
We saw well, Dragster wasn't Cartoon Collection.
Dragster was not Cartoon Collection. He was just a vintage Origins looking.
Okay.
And then they had him from Masterverse as well on display.
Okay, so you're gonna need Stone Dar. You're gonna need Too Bad.
Yep.
You're gonna need Multibot.
Yeah.
And what else?
I mean, if you really want to go like Twistoid and what's the other guy?
The 2 figures there.
The 2 tops, yeah.
Yeah. And if you wanted to, I mean, I think I put the 2 laser figures in because they were on card backs for Massive.
It's true. I could definitely see them doing those. I think that'd be nice if they did them.
The Eldor, anything Power of Grayskull, that's okay. I'm just considering Origins like just
right. What we got back in the day.
How many figures? I don't know the number, but the original figure. 68, 69, 60.
I know this number and I'm like, can't think about it. Or I can't think of it.
I owned every single one of them. I don't know. I still have them, but I can't remember the number.
I mean, if we want to get into like the movie figures, Blade and Sarod and all them too.
Well, if you're going to do if it's going to be the original toy line, then yeah, you need Gwildor.
Gwildor, yeah.
Sarod, and you're going to need Blade. Yeah. Yeah, those were official releases. Like, I think on standard Motu cards. So, if you're going that route,
I would be totally fine with them doing that.
Yeah, they need to get around to it though. Like at some point,
seriously,
come on, let's get on with that. And I'm expecting Barbie and Motu crossover at some point here. I'm assuming.
I saw someone put on their Instagram. They're like, "Oh, what other property's popular? Hello Kitty, like kitties of the universe."
What is it? The Fubu? What are they called? The Labubu.
The Labubus, right?
That Motu Labubu crossover. Yeah, I don't know. Surprised they haven't done GI Joe Motu crossover.
Probably next on the list since they got Transformers now.
Yeah, that right there. I don't. That's just 2 figures. I mean,
again, I'm gonna stick with probably just getting Skeletor and He-Man.
Yeah,
because I'm sure He-Man's gonna be an Optimus Prime crossover for sure.
I mean, have to be right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I wish they would just go ahead and get it over with. I think maybe they're holding on too, so you'll keep checking back and you'll see other figures and you'll buy. Maybe that's the purpose of their little marketing genius behind that. I don't know. But if you're collecting Origins and you're stuck with it, you have to keep checking to see what's coming.
And they have this whole new can of worms with this sketchbook collection. They keep teasing, you got Spikor, and then they teased Manny Faces was on that package. He-Man, Skeletor's on the previous one with Hordak. So, you got a whole new sideline.
With Hordak and Grizzlor. And I got the...
Buzz Off was teased on there.
Yeah. Not Skyclone. What's his name? Yeah, that was the last one, right?
Cyclone, yeah.
The Skyclone. And I stopped. I'm not doing it anymore because it's going. That's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down.
Exactly. They got they're going a lot of avenues right now, right? You got your cartoon collection, vintage, sketchbook series.
Thundercats.
What else am I missing here?
Thundercats crossover.
Transformers crossover.
Still have they haven't officially announced Turtles Over, but they did put that piece out for SDCC.
Right. So that's 5 different directions just for Origin style, right?
Yeah. Then you have.
Then if you want to get into Masterverse, it's even more.
Hold on. 2000X is coming.
2000X is coming.
Style. So you're gonna have that's another iteration or another line. The Masterverse stuff is getting more in depth and more in detail.
Yeah.
Play sets. I mean, they're knee deep in, and then you're gonna have movie figures. Like, let's call it now. You're gonna have movie figures, I would say.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
movie
about the
figures will
quality.
probably be more in line with Masterverse. Like they want to have very, really well done depictions of what the actress looks like. So it'll be very, less cartoony looking and
I
more
think, yeah, I would think they would be
accurate.
more origin style, more like the bucks they're using for the Thundercats and stuff. I think they would do smaller, cheaper price point, and unless it's supposed to be an adult movie, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. From what I've was told, I heard they were partnering with the WWE team who do the scans for like the wrestlers and such to get that very close likeness. That they're doing that to do the movie. That they were going to partner with the WWE team to get like a very similar likeness on the
and
figures.
don't forget we had the WWE crossover from '02 too, so we had that
Right.
in the
Right.
beginning. So I mean, I know it's done, but we had that. So there has been a plethora of Motu. I mean, it's just been, and then like even the clear Skeletor, the engineering.
Yeah, art of engineering one.
Excuse me. Then you had the designer chocolate, whatever. Yeah, they did.
Right.
I mean, you had Battle Cat and Skeletor. Of course, they were Masterverse figures, but
Yeah.
you've had so many different, like, you even had 8 Ball with, Skeletor on it. And, I mean, so much Motu
Yeah.
stuff. So right now is Motu. I never thought I'd see too much Motu. Like I used to, we were back on the day on the boards on the org and all that, and in depth in this stuff. It's like we need more of it because you couldn't. It was just vintage or 2008 when stuff was getting announced for classics,
Right.
which I know you didn't collect, but
Working it.
that was a great time for me. I love that. That was fun, but it's like we need more. We need more. Now it's exhausting. It's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, it's almost too much. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like I know I'm fat, but gluttony is like enough of it. Man. You feed me too much. Stop. I can't. I mean, I can't afford like this, and then you have like, this little dude here. I mean, it's just like how much stuff can I buy, man? I mean, I don't know what else.
Right. I mean, right before San Diego Comic Con, you had Fright Zone. You had all those mask
Pre-orders.
re-releases, right?
They did them in black and gold. They did them in the standard releases, the 4 of them, and then they did the Rhino, or it's whatever the Command Center, whatever it's being called now, with T-Bob and Scott Tracker.
Right.
So that's different. It's the same exact vehicle supposedly, but with just 2 extra little figures. So you got that, and that was $150 or $160. The black and gold one was $150, which I bought. And then now you have the snake layer.
Snake
Then you
Lair.
have the new
The Snowcat, if you're a
coming
G.I.
in
Joe fan.
January. What'd you say?
The Snowcat, if you're a G.I. Joe fan.
Yeah, that.
Then you had that. I forget the name of the gunship, but if you're a Star Wars fan, that gunship was $400 and something.
It's just. Yeah, if you collect multiple properties, I feel for you, man. If you're able to do.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
As you look behind me, I mean, I've got just a few things out, but I've got. There's only 2 or 3 that I'll really go after, But man, those HasLabs and some of the more expensive things. The O-ring, I collect the O-ring figures for Joe. So Super 7 has got. I got my mitts in that, of course, with the Ultimates for Thundercats. Now I've quit collecting most of that. I only collect certain pieces. Like I've got the light up eyes, Lion-O and Mum-Ra, the translucent, all the astral stuff. So I'm doing that, but you just can't afford, and vintage. Like I'll buy a vintage piece if I see it, even if I don't need it. It's like.
Are you going to, what is it, Joe Lanta? I'm sure there's a lot of G.I. Joe stuff there.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm doing RetroCon again this year.
RetroCon. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
put on by Toy Federation with Ryan. And let me tell you, man, in my opinion, I've been to several shows. It is the best show experience that I've ever had. But me and crowds, I don't do a lot of. I don't like it's crowded, but I can go back to the room. I don't have to stay in the crowd. It's right. Everything's. It's right there. They've got like a seating area. You can go sit and chill, fireplace, kind of chill, where it's not real crowded. Everything's kind of crowded in the, the area where the toy.
Yeah, the little exhibit hall area.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bar there with like has seating you can eat and all. So it's you can get away if you want to get away. There's certain times you can hit it, And you start getting overwhelmed with like, all right, I gotta get away from all these people, man. You just go to your room and.
Do they do panels or anything, or is it just strictly like a toy show with vendors?
Toy show, and it's good. The vendors are like, he's got top of the line vendors with like vintage stuff, man. It's good stuff. It's high end stuff. It's things you haven't seen in a long time. You're like, wow, this is great. Wish I had the money to buy that. The vendors all of them are really nice. The staff is nice. Which every show usually the staff is usually
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the guy who runs Toylanta and Joe Lana, I got to meet him. He actually gave me, I've got it up top, he gave me a custom figure that he did of He-Man. It's like the Castle Grayskull bricks for like his chest and all. It's really cool.
Nice.
I just can't make it. There's only so much you can do. I don't have a lot of money like that, so I can't go crazy. So
yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, I went last year and did the VIP. And got to have dinner. I sat next to Mouth of the South,
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, I sat with him for like 2 or 3 hours, man. Talked, and then of course April O'Neil from the Turtles movie, she was there.
First one,
second and third one, yeah.
Second and third one, okay.
Yeah, and man, just I don't know. I did it now this year. I did the VIP package again without knowing who was going to be the guest. But it's going to be the Thundercats voices from the animated series from when we were kids.
Okay, so, nice. Yeah.
The guy who did Monkey and Tigra, of course, Chitara and Wily Cat, Wily Kit. And then, yeah, man, so you get to have dinner, like a little private dinner with them and stuff. It's cool. It's a really cool, and plus you get to bring your own stuff, and they do room trading or room selling. Yeah. You just trade stuff or sell stuff, and I don't know. It's just really worth it if you can make it to that. But it's far away from where you are.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, cool, man. When's that?
Well, what do you think?
When is it?
That's the last week. Well, it's the week before Thanksgiving. It's like the 23rd, 4th, 5th, something like that.
Okay. So a few months away.
Yeah, it's November, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Give me a chance to lose a few pounds so I can lose. Speaking of, let me show you the hat I'm going to be rocking.
Yeah. I heard this Mumra hat. Let's check that out.
Little baggy noise. Apologize.
Some ASMR right there. It's all good.
This thing is sick, dude. It's from New Era. But let me move this mic out the way. So, you see it's like tethered and like torn up, kind of like the mummy bandages,
Yeah. Dude, that's sick.
Cool. Yeah, man.
It's got his logo right there in the front.
Yeah, in the front.
New Era, too, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah. And then
ooh, Mumra lives.
And there's the two snakes from the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
There, little hat. It's distressed,
Thundercats.
Thundercats on the side. And then it's bad, dude. It's like a dark purplish, almost black, bluish. I don't know, it's hard to
Yeah. It looks like a blackish blue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a purplish, well, that's more like purple, but it's got like a
deep purple in there.
Deep purple. Yeah. Smoke on the water.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah. It's a song, man. Deep purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, and it's a nice, expensive. Don't get me wrong. One and done probably, but I would like to wear it now, but I'm gonna keep it in the bag.
Keep it fresh for the con.
Until the show for the con. Yeah, I got a couple of Thundercats shirts. I got a Chitara shirt. Doesn't fit me real well, so I got to do a little more work to make that shirt fit so I can rock Chitara. But man,
Oh,
it's exciting times. I'm telling you, man, you got right now is the time for this convention. You got a lot of stuff in your favor. Ooh, breaking everything. But I'm excited for you. Like I said, I'm hoping I can be of help, be of some service. I know we've already had our kind of group chat thing. We're doing another one, so we'll get those going and hopefully get some more details and get out there and start promoting hard, man. Ready to go.
right.
Ready. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait to kind of get everything locked in so we can be like, okay, now it's the fun stuff. Who can we get? Like all that kind of stuff. That's where I'm looking forward to the most.
You ready to get to that? Yeah, you ready to jump to point C right now? Come on, let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like the underpants gnome. I'm like, take the underpants, profit.
Yeah, I will tell you, it's a lot to it. Just from the 3 hours that we spoke for the other.
It won't be 3 hours in the next meeting. I
I
promise.
apologize. We didn't. We just wanted to get on and talk some toys and catch up. We haven't had a chance to talk for a while, so kind of bring this up just a little bit. But we and not to put too much of our business out there right now on this, but we spoke for a long time. It was in 3 hour territory, over 3 hours.
Yeah.
And there's just so much, and so many people have great ideas, and it's just like you're trying to nail down, like because it's just a lot, man. It's a lot to planning a convention. If you haven't ever done one, if you have, and it's been successful, congratulations to you. It's a lot of work just getting to the phase of, because I've done a lot. I've done several of them, and not toy related, but it's not easy, man. It's a tough road to walk down. So
Causing bags under my eyes for sure.
Oh, no.
Well, that with my regular job on top of it.
You're nonstop, man. You've got other things people don't even know about you, man. You got you got all that stuff going on.
I am, so I'm training to do Kung Fu instructing. So yeah, that's another thing on top of all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been boots on the ground, like in Southern California, actually going out to places to try to get stuff. So we'll get into all that next time, but just know that Mike is, I don't know how you get any rest, man.
Just doing the work, man. Doing the work.
I hear you. All right, well, look, I appreciate you, Mike. Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course.
Today was, like I said, we were just shooting it and just rolling. We were just get on and talk and have a good time for a little bit, chat it up. Sorry about the breakup there earlier. Sometimes friends do that,
Technical difficulties are always a part of the, what's a better way to put it? I was always say always a part of the plan, but no, you don't want them to be part of the plan. It's always possible.
I saw, I think it's Anti-Hero Productions. He does film stuff, but he's got a really cool account. He was posting last night there was a game on YouTube. Well, I have YouTube TV, so it was up on that as well, and I was watching. It was fine, but he said I have 1,000 megs, like megabytes per second or whatever. He's got a gig, he's running like Google or whatever fiber, and it's like it was just spinning. Like he's like, what in the world? Why, like he has the fastest internet available, and it's like I can't watch it. Like what is the problem here? Mine was just flowing along, even though I have a gig as well. But
yeah,
it's just he has
makes you miss the days of cable, right? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how much we pay now for all these different services. Where it's like, I wish someone would just put them all together in a yeah, it was called cable.
That's true. Yeah, now everything's we're back to commercials again with Amazon. And
yeah, exactly.
Hulu and Paramount and all. We've got all that stuff, man. It's all got commercials. Now I like when they load them all up front. And then you watch them all in like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it's no interruptions. But that Netflix stuff, I'm into something, and it's like I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but when I do, though, it cuts off. I'm like, man, why you cut it right at that spot, man? Come on, I'm not gonna buy your product, man. I don't know what this even is. A lot of it's medications and stuff. It's like anyway.
Yeah,
Mike, it's been fun, man. We'll get back together and talk in another week or so, and maybe see how you're doing if you've got time. I know you're busy. So,
I'll always try to make time for you, Billy.
Thank you. But, hey, anyway, I did change my logo. I'll be updating it again. I'm going to be just I'm at Action Figures on YouTube. Mike's at Eternity and Royalty. So, but I'm at Action Figures. So when you search for me, I had Lights, Camera, Action Figures that come up, and I had a couple of people not know that was me looking for just at Action Figures. So I changed my name to Action Figures. So that's all. I'm just going to be Action Figures. So that's because I'll talk about any and every action figure. We can talk about stuff I don't even collect. That doesn't matter. I'm ready.
Simple.
Yes, easy. Just action figures, man. Let's go. All one word. Action figures. Just make it one word. So, all right. Anything else, Mike? Anything else you want to
add? No, man. I'm good. Thank you again for having me on. Yeah. Hopefully this all flows well with all the IT issues, but thank you to all who watched, and be sure to stay tuned. Like Billy was saying, you can check out Billy, you can check out Mega J Retro, check out myself. I'm sure we will all be posting updates about the con we're working on, as well as, of course, anything Motu related.
Yeah, and what I'll do is too, the next time we get back and we have another meeting tomorrow, I'll get everybody's handle. Like, you know, so anybody who wants to be a part of the social, I know me and for Eternia, or not for, what is it?
AJ?
AJ, yeah. I know he's going to be doing stuff on socials, and also I'll make sure I include him, like, when I do talk about this stuff, like in a little section down below, so you can go follow his socials and listen to him, hear what he has to say. And he's got a good following. So, anybody who wants to be mentioned so they can be followed or listened to or talk about it, everything helps. So anybody who's down for that, I'll make sure I include them when we're talking about them. So when we're talking about our microphone sounds weird. When we're talking about our endeavors here. So I should say UMJ. UMJ. Y'all's endeavors.
It's a team effort ultimately when it comes down to it. Yeah, Jay and I.
It's like I'm holding the clipboard and I'm just yelling at you, to go do that.
It's like a football team, like, okay, Jay and I are the head coach, but we have offensive and defensive coordinators and special, like, we need help, it's not just us. To put that all on, if I had to run this alone, there's just no way.
No.
So.
Yeah, I get you, man. Yeah, it's definitely not from what we talked about for 3 hours. There's no way.
Right? Exactly.
Talk to yourself. It's like that last thing I'm leaving you alone after this, but the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with when Jack Sparrow, have you seen those? He's in Davy Jones's locker and he's like talking to all the people it's him, and he's got a bunch of people on deck that are him, and he's like talking to himself, and you'd just be running around in circles, man. You wouldn't know, like, point A, point B. You have to have some type of support.
I want to be able to enjoy the con as well, right? Not just be running around all crazy.
Yeah, you got to have a support group, man. You can't just. You could. If you were multi-billionaire, you could roll around, do it, just pay somebody good. But if you want to enjoy it and be a part of it and be in it, you have to have other people involved. So,
right.
Yeah, you're on the right path, man.
Cool.
Let's keep grinding it and see where it goes.
Right.
So, yeah, man. All right, everybody. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, later.